Hey, what's going on? I'm Apprentice Demand, and in today's video, we're going to do a review on Susosu's hydrogen mineral water. Alright, so let's get this poured up. This was one that was requested. Someone asked me to review it. And these are cute. They're tiny. Like when the box showed up and I opened it up, they were cute. And I got them straight from Korea. So I'm really looking forward to trying them. But because they're so small, I brought a second one up here just in case we couldn't get all the tests done with one little baggie. So I'm looking forward to trying it out, and we are going to be comparing this to our electrolyzed reduced water. And this is going to be a good test because both of these have molecular hydrogen. So we want to see which one does a good job at passing all of these tests. Let's see. Alright. So the very first test we're going to do is on antioxidants. And this is the most important test out of all of the tests we're doing today. Just because we have these things around us known as free radicals. They are everywhere. And what they do is they come in, they take the electrons from our healthy cells. When that happens, that creates two things: oxidation and inflammation. And those two things are linked to every single health disease known to man, so we want antioxidants. Alright, they are abundant in electrons, and so when they're given to those struggling cells, it lowers that oxidation, reduces that inflammation, it keeps us looking and feeling good. Okay, so we are going to test that using an ORP meter. This stands for oxidative reduction potential. Pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to put this one into both of the waters. If we see a positive number, that means it's oxidizing, creating more inflammation, rust, dis-ease, and aging in the body. Okay. If we see a negative number, that means it's a strong antioxidant, anti-inflammatory water. So let's see what we get here with Susosu's hydrogen mineral water. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm afraid of knocking the bag over. So what are we seeing here? Okay. We're getting something, we're getting a negative. Look at that, we're getting a dash, right? So we're getting a negative 145. Oh, well, it looks like it's going down. Let me stir it up a little more. Yeah, we're getting a negative number, but it's slowly declining. And once again, the air is oxidizing, right? So that makes sense, but it is showing a negative number. So if you're gonna drink this, I would say drink it really fast before the antioxidants goes away. All right, so you may want to chug that. Let's see what happens here with the electrolyzed reduced water. All right, so this is showing a much stronger negative number, showing a negative 780, and it's steadily going down. Like the air is affecting it, but it's not bringing it down. Okay, so that's something to note. And it is almost 6 times stronger, maybe 5 times stronger. Y'all do the math, right? I'm curious about this. I want to check it one more time because it just started declining. I'm curious on if it's declined all the way down back to nothing, or where is it sitting now? Look at that. So it is still going down. It's still showing a negative number, but now it's showing it's going positive now. Right, let me see if I can stir it up a little more. Yeah, like it's not holding that, right? But it is a negative number. I don't know for how long. There's antioxidants in it, but I'm not sure for how long. So let's keep that in mind. But there you have it. That is the first test. Let's go ahead and jump into our next one. All right, on to our second test. This one's all about alkalinity. And really, we're talking about pH here. So everybody knows about pH. We got alkaline and acidic. Things that we consume can either help us, really our blood, maintain that 7.365. And they can, like I said, they can help us or they can hurt us. So we want to consume things more alkaline than acidic. Because if we don't, our body's going to start taking those minerals and electrolytes that they need from us. So start taking from our skin. This is how eczema happens. If we continue to get acidic and built up, we'll end up having acid reflux. We'll constantly have headaches and migraines. we even get osteoporosis and Alzheimer's because it's going to start taking the minerals from our head, okay, from our brain. So we gotta have some balance, right? And have some alkaline materials in there. So what we're going to do is we are going to take these pH drops and we're going to put it in both of the beverages. If we get a red or orange or yellow, it means it's acidic and it's forcing our body to take the minerals and electrolytes from us in order to maintain that blood balance. If we get a blue, purple, or dark purple, that means it's alkaline. So let's see what we get here with Susosu's mineral water. Alright, so this is looking it's looking like an 8, which is awesome. And when we look at this, we see that says that it is hydrogen water and it's mineral water, right? So I'm expecting minerals to be in there. It's sitting at an 8. Body longevity, potent antioxidant. We saw how it was declining like rather quickly. And it says healthier hydration. We'll see how that works in a little bit. It says natural electrolytes, nutrients, and minerals directly from our 400-foot underground source. And hydrogen water, natural mineral water, molecular hydrogen gas. So that gas is infused in there. So as you can tell, when we did antioxidants, that's why it was dissipating. And it says hydrogen concentration may decrease over time. And there are some things in here, but all of it kind of looks natural. But because it is alkaline, I want to blow into it. I want to give it some acidity and see how well it holds it, okay? If it's a good alkaline beverage, it's not going to change really. If it has somewhat a little bit of a challenge, it may drop down to neutral. What we don't want is we don't want it to be acidic, okay? And then we'll do the same thing to electrolytes reduced water. So let's check out and see what we get. Alright, so it's neutral. It stayed neutral and went down to neutral, which is fine. Like, I don't think there's that much of a problem with that. As long as it didn't go acidic, I think it's good. So let's check out this electrolytes reduced water, see how it does. Alright, so it didn't change, right? So when it comes to being able to battle that acidity, this is stronger, so it's going to be able to last longer before it gets down to neutral, unlike the Susosu's mineral water, okay? So there you have it. Not bad as far as the pH goes. Let's go ahead and jump into our next test. Alrighty, on to our third test. This one is all about superior hydration. We want to ensure that we're getting hydrated at a cellular level. Alright, so with that being said, our example or our experiment that we're going to do for this is we're going to make tea. So, how we normally do this is we're going to take 2 tea bags. I guess this is the new normal now. We're going to take 2 tea bags. We're going to put one in each of the cups, add the water, and we're going to give it 10 dunks and see how well it's able to make tea. And you're probably like, hold on, what does that have to do with me? Like, what does that do with hydrating me, right? Well, the tea bag is going to represent us dehydrated. And if the water is actually the right size, we actually need our water to be a decent size in order to get through the phospholipid bilayer of our cells, bring energy, bring nutrients and everything for the mitochondria to fire up the ATP, and actually helps get rid of waste. So water that's actually the right size will pass through with no problem. Water that's too big is going to get stuck. Alright, so we'll see that. This is just a visual representation. Maybe we'll see that through the tea bag. Alright, so let's go ahead and pour this Susosu water, which has had some interesting results so far. I was curious on if 1 bag would be enough, and it looks like it is. And then this one, we'll add in the electrolytes reduced water. Alright. So here we go. I'm gonna give these both 10 dunks. See what happens. Alright, ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. So taking a look at this, we see the electrolytes reduced water is a lot darker. The Susosu water did hydrate though. It did hydrate some, right? I'm curious on if I keep dunking, if it gets darker, or if it stays the same. Alright, it's starting to get a little bit darker, right? But it's just not doing it at the same strength or the same speed as the electrolytes reduced water, right? And so you don't want to have to. It's not like a video, not like a video game or those old things that we used to have, like DVDs, where you have to wait for something to load. Like you don't want to drink water and be like, all right, when's it gonna kick in? Let me just wait for it to load. Hold on, guys, I can't do anything yet. I gotta wait for the water to load. No, we want to get hydrated immediately. We want it to happen as quick as possible, right? So, Susosu water is hydrating a little bit. What percentage? I'm not sure. I think it's better than a lot of the reverse osmosis waters, the distilled waters, all those kinds of things. I think those are much harder to hydrate. And this one looks like it's doing a better job than those. But with so many videos I've looked at, I can't tell. It's up to you to be the judge, right? But there you have it. That is the third test. Yeah, let me see one more time. Let me split it and see if that changes anything. So we'll put this over here real quick. We'll split the weaker one. Because I have two of these pouches out here. I think this one's gone, so we'll go ahead and use this one. This will be a fresh one with the hydrogen, so maybe it'll change things. And we'll fill this up to see if it gets stronger or if it dilutes. Nope, it's looking the same. And let's try the same thing over here with the electrolytes reduced water. And it definitely gets much darker, much quicker. And you can't say there isn't tea there, because even when we put it here, it works that way too. So, there you have it. Let's go ahead and do a quick recap of Susosu's mineral water. Alright, we tested Susosu's hydrogen mineral water for 3 things. The first one was antioxidants, and it was showing it as an antioxidant. And here's the thing though, it started declining. Like the moment we opened the bag. The moment we opened the bag and we tested it with the meter, it started off, I don't know, probably like a 150. But then by the time we got done checking, we came back to it, it was dropping down to a -20, and then it even went positive. So, I understand that they put hydrogen in here, they added hydrogen gas. But here's the thing, it's a gas, and because it's not small enough, and I don't know how they added it in, but it's escaping the moment we add the air to it, right? It's the moment it comes in contact with air, it starts to escape. It even says it on the bag. So, if you're going to consume this stuff, you're going to be buying it, you're going to be buying it quick. You're going to be drinking it quick, because there's not a lot of time to capture the molecular hydrogen gas that's in here. I think there's hydrogen gas, I don't know if it's at a molecular level, right? The second thing we tested for, which, by the way, this showed up as a -780, 750, something like that. So, very strong, and it didn't go down, all right? The second thing we tested for was alkalinity, and both of these showed up alkaline. This one showed up around the 8, and while this one showed up around a 9, 9.5, and when we blew into both of them, this one dropped down to 7, and this one maintained its 9.5, right? Last test we did was on superior hydration. We want to make sure we're going to hydrate at a cellular level, and Susosu water was hydrating us some, right? But not at the strength of the electrolytes reduced water, okay? I'm really glad I got to test this. I think this is the first Korean water I've had on the channel that I've tested. So if there's something else you want me to test that I can possibly get my hands on, let me know down in the comments below. And if you're serious about your health, which it seems like you are if you're buying this, check out this electrolytes reduced water, okay? It may be something that's right up your alley. The video to learn more about this is in the description of this video, or it's the first pinned comment right below. All right. Thanks for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.